And welcome everyone to yet another Dota 2 game. I'm Reddit, and this is of course the Perfect World Masters EU loser bracket final. It is of course between mouz and Team Kinguin. Let's just jump straight into the picks and the bans. Lich being banned out here first by mouz, followed up by Necro, Kinguin taking out the Nature's Prophet and then the Ancient Apparition. Leaving, of course, the Venomonster. Io was picked up first by mouz, Nyx Assassin and Veno being picked up by Kinguin, and then Faceless Void. So, Veno being left in the pool, being insta-picture by Team Kinguin, having that Nyx Assassin as well as that Venomonster will offer a lot of push or de-push with the Veno specifically, and a lot of ganking potential coming up here with the Nyx Assassin. We have seen teams favoring the likes of the Nyx Assassin as of late. I haven't been casting the EU scene that much. Of course, been casting some of the NA and South American scene as well. So it's good to see that some of the picks do, of course, cross borders. Veno, during the grand finals or the main finals for the South American scene, when I was casting, it wasn't even picked or banned during that last game. It was quite interesting to say the least. But having the Nyx and the Veno here, two very strong mid-game heroes, going to be interesting to see if Kinguin can actually utilize both of these and see how they're going to build the Veno and build their team around the Veno. Io and the Faceless Void, I mean specifically not a good combo just by themselves, but it will offer a lot of split push potential with the Io +1 moving in one lane and the other three moving together as well. I always being able to relocate in, and having that Faceless Void there as well as an early pick does give them a lot of control. It shows Team Kinguin that they don't mind team fighting. They'll have the Faceless Void to disengage. They'll have the Faceless Void to come in with a good chrono to set it up. So even though the Nyx Assassin is there from Kinguin, if Nyx doesn't get a quick enough burst, the Io +1 will relocate in, and they will be able to at least get a counter kill or a complete counter initiation coming through from them. mouz take out the Rubik as well as the Venge. Good swap heroes. Good, for example, the Venge, with that swap, being able to swap out either the Faceless Void or whoever is caught inside of the Faceless Void chrono. Good defensive hero. Anti-gank, anti-teamfight hero as well. Team Kinguin, they take out a pushing hero in the Beastmaster as well as Lockdown, and the Darkseer. I mean, Darkseer back into Chrono, it's one of the oldest kind of combos that you can get. But mouz decide to pick up Underlord. Now, we've been seeing quite a lot of core Underlords being run. I'm actually a big fan. The Atrophy Aura, the reduced damage that it gives you, the amount of armor and just presence that he can give you, especially with his pit comboing up with the Faceless Void. It's a very strong hero in its own. Kinguin decided to pick up the Pugna here. Pugna not being banned out in second phase. Quite surprising considering that the Venomonster has already been let through. So having that extra push potential between the Veno, a slow siege hero that can take down towers by himself, just keep on dropping wards, backing up to safety, letting the wards do their job, and just slow tick on a tower, versus a tower burst here in the Pugna. Keep in mind, Pugna, I mean, that's also a lot of burst potential coming through on heroes, so good ganking partner up with the Nyx Assassin. Nyx, Veno, Pugna, extremely strong. However, they are quite soft in the early stages of the game. So mouz can capitalize on that, and they decide to pick up a pos for Ricky. The pos for Ricky, of course, will, I mean, they'll want to make a lot of space with that. There's going to be invis stacks on both teams, but more on the side of Team Kinguin, because they're going to have to place a sentry mid to, you know, just stop the Ricky from harassing out the Veno early on, if the Veno is going to be going mid. They'll need to be careful of when they move around. The Nyx Assassin, you know, moving into Vendetta, he'll always have to do that a lot further back because he won't know where the Ricky is. So let's quickly check here. Ursa being picked up here by Team Kinguin, giving them a little bit more right click power. Of course, the Veno is there with right click. We'll most likely be seeing Venom either going into Veil and then from there into Maelstrom. So, you know, you'll have your magical damage coming through from the Venom and your pure physical damage up on the Ursa itself. And you're going to need that physical damage, especially up against the likes of an Underlord. It's going to be very difficult to try and take him down, especially in that mid-game phase if he gets a good start. But Ursa, with the increasing damage, with the Fury Swipes, it can help quite a lot. Mousesports takes out the Spirit Breaker, and Kinguin straight away take out the Queen of Pain. Very good here, very good combo here that they can run with the Faceless Void and the Underlord. And they pick themselves up a Viper. Now this of course does leave the likes of a Death Prophet in the pool if they do want to do the Faceless Void Death Prophet combo. Keep in mind it does work with the Underlord. More silence between the Riki and the Death Prophet can stop the likes of Venomonster, Pugna, Viper as well if there is a team fight. So a lot of CC crowd control coming in here from Mousesports. Are they going to finish this off with another CC mid? Just had to take a quick sip of water there, and last pick coming up for Mousesports. To be honest, I really like the Death Prophet here for them if they do decide to go for it. Like I said, more silence to follow up with the Riki, the Faceless Void, and the Underlord. With the AoE lockdown will help out with the Death Prophet quite a bit. You have your 2 tanks coming up there. You have your IO relocate as well as Underlord disengage coming through. So what does Mousesports actually pick up here? Other heroes that they can go with, I mean, if you go with something like a Shadow Fiend, he's just going to get destroyed in the middle lane. I mean, there's a few other options here, but 10 seconds left and then into reserve time. Let's see, Mousesports is taking a bit of time here. Do they go with the likes of a... Oh, Weaver being picked up here. So, okay. Okay, I actually like this. I like this. Thug on the Weaver. It's going to be, I mean, with the Wisp there, or the IO there as well, up on Spartan. Spartan and Thug should be able to control this mid lane. I mean, you'll be able to harass the Viper out a little bit, but not a lot, considering the corrosive skin. However, the IO will be able to just hit the Viper a couple of times, reduce his HP, and then just heal up the Weaver a lot more. So you should look towards Mousesports being very aggressive, especially with the likes of a Riki. But now they have a Weaver as well, so guaranteed sentries being placed down middle lane. A lot of invis, or a lot of sentries being picked up here for the side of Team Kinguin. It's not going to be a fun life for the support on, well, you know, for the POS 5 support for Kinguin at all. So let's just jump straight into this game right now. It is Mousesports versus Kinguin. It is going to be Thug here on the Weaver, Madara on the Faceless Void. So actually going to be Spartan and the Weaver going towards the bottom lane. Thought that they would have switched this up a little bit. Underlord running mid. Madara on the Faceless Void, and top MNT on the Riki, going in for a deep ward. Or is it just going to wrap around here and stay around here? But you do see more sides from Kinguin here. Let's just quickly check my mouse sensitivity settings. Give me a quick second. Sorry about this. Okay, mouse sensitivity should be sorted right now. Patos on the Veno. Kakor, keep in mind, I do apologize if I do mispronounce some of the names here on the Pugna. Lisa, okay, on the Nyx Assassin, Nisha on the Mid Viper, and safe lane Exotic Deer on the Ursa. Both teams trying to snipe each other's bounty rune. Currently, Kinguin have the position to be able to take 3 possibly, but nope, Mouse decide to run up towards the top lane. Will they be able to get here before the Ursa can do anything about it? Ah, Weaver will get it. No, Kinguin actually gets 3. Mouz only gets 1. Thug not clicking fast enough. And a deep port is being placed. For those of you guys that don't know who I am Reddit. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for watching. And big shout out to BTS Beyond the Summit for letting me cast these games. It's a real honor. And of course, I'll be chatting with you guys on Twitch after game 1. So stay tuned. And as usual, I'll be there. Watch out, middle lane. Ricky does move in here towards the middle lane, but the sentry ward has been dropped. So Nisha, of course, will scout him out. We'll just put a little bit of damage there. But considering you have the Faceless Void, Faceless Void should actually do semi-okay here in the early stages. Does have a full poor man shield up. As soon as he takes quite a bit of harassment, he'll just be able to time walk it off. Bottom lane here, we do have the safe lane Underlord. Like I said, during the draft, we've been seeing a lot of core Underlords on the safe lane with a dual mid, dual off lane / aggro off lane, you know, being run. To be honest, Underlord should be okay here. Of course, there are 2 range heroes. They will be able to harass him out a little bit. But as soon as he gets a couple levels up, he should be able to start zoning them out. It's a lot of burst here with the Venom off, as well as the Pugna. But looking towards the top lane, Weaver busy running in. Wanting to do a bit of damage here onto the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin only setting on level 1. Of course, there's a Geminate attack here on the Weaver, so they can harass out the Nyx a little bit if they time it right. But bottom lane, are we going to see the first blood coming through here? The burst is coming through. Underlord does, of course, manage to trap the Pugna in his pit. Will they be able to get the kill? One last hit needed, and the Underlord does get the kill. Now they want to turn around. They want to go in onto the Veno. Veno might be in a lot of trouble themselves. Underlord does drop from this. Unfortunately, Ricky can't follow up and get a counter kill. But still, a good 1-for-1 trade, favoring up the Underlord, of course, getting that first blood. And towards the top lane, Exotic Dancer struggling to lane up against the Weaver as well, considering the Geminate attacks as well as the IO just pressuring him out. Let's have a look here on the middle lane. 12-1 versus 13-3. A very even matchup here between Nisha and Madara. It's going to be interesting to see who actually gets the better of each other here. But bottom lane, are we going to see more engagements coming through here? A little bit of burst coming through onto Ricky. Ricky might be in a lot of trouble. He does have a full Venomous Gale on him, but it's only a level 1. So should actually be okay. We'll heal up. We'll go for the top bounty rune. As Ricky does. Stealing bounties left, right, and center. And Underlord sitting now on level 3. Will have 2 levels up, of course, in his Firestorm. So we'll be able to harass out the side of Kinguin a little bit more in this lane. And he should still be semi-okay. The problem is Pugna going for Decrep into Nether Blast as well. Will be able to do significant damage onto the Underlord. Let's see here. Currently Underlord sitting only on 5 and 4. 5 lost hits, 4 denies. Versus the Venos 11 and 4. So struggling a little bit in regards with lost hits here. But he just needs XP. He has a full poor man shield up. Has his boots up. He should be okay in this lane. And middle lane. Madara versus Nisha. Once again. Let's focus on this. Good to see a time walk just to get it off. Nope. And Ricky busy rotating top. We'll give a little bit of vision here onto the Nyx Assassin just to show everyone where he is. It's a double stack being pulled up here from the side of Kinguin as well. So this will be scouted. Are we going to see any kind of rotation around there? Is the Weaver? No, he's just focusing on the last hits, and there you go. Ooh. Completely missed that middle. Faceless Void nearly dropping, but good rotation coming in from the IO just to heal up Madara. He will, of course, move in to heal up the Underlord as well. 5 minutes is nearly there, so they'll just use up the shrine. but we might see a wraparound coming in on the middle lane. There is no sentry ward just, well, anymore here. Do they have enough damage to actually kill Nisha right now? There is no level 6 up on the Faceless Void. But seems like they're moving in right now. There's the IO as well as the Ricky coming in. A lot of lags happening here on my side. And do they have enough damage to actually get the kill here onto Viper? Viper finally drops. It is going to be MNT taking the kill. Now they want to turn around. They want to go in onto the puck. Now the Cloud is dropped. They can't really do that much damage. But getting 2 heroes in return. A good trade-off for the side of Kinguin. Currently setting 3 and 2. Looking at the last, well, at the gold change there. Quite a close fight, but 300 gold going in favor of Kinguin. And if you actually have a look at the net worth, climbing just over 1,000 net worth in their favor as well. So Kinguin off to an early lead. And top lane. A little bit of harassment coming through here from Thug. You know, only having that 1 level up in Germinate attack seems to be good enough for him. Scaling up his Sakuchi just so that he can have a little bit more mobility and a little bit more harassment in regards with just running through exotic deer here on the top lane. Trying to build more for the escape and mobility over just the standard Germinate attack harassment. 2 scans coming through from both teams. Missing on both as well. And this is where the Venom starts getting scary. 3 levels up in her Plague Wards as well. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for her to actually be ganked here or actually killed in this lane. She does have Nyx Assassin here, still sitting on level 3. So no Vendetta Strike. Pugna sitting on level 5. So they are going to be moving in. They do want to get a kill here onto Underlord. Currently Underlord sitting on 1 and 1. Let's see. Ricky moving towards the bottom lane as well. Should be able to scout this out, but I don't know if it's going to be in time. They do move in onto the Underlord. Underlord trying to juke out as much as possible. The Plague Ward being dropped down right now. He has more TPs, and unfortunately Pugna just trapped up by himself, but there's no well, stuns. That's actually something big from the side of Mousesports. They don't have any lockdown other than the pit as well as the Chronosphere. And that will come back to bite them quite a bit. If they can't lock heroes down, they're just going to TP out the whole time. And you will most likely just see Kinguin carrying TPs the whole time. Every single time that someone tries to engage on them, just TP out. Because it's going to, you know, cost either a Chrono, and if the Pit of Malice has already been used, they won't be able to lock them down. But the shot scouts out here. Ricky at this point, there's a big Chronosphere coming through, catching out 2 heroes. A third hero might actually TP straight in onto the Chrono. They still have not managed to kill off the Viper. Viper's in a bit of trouble, but Viper's actually still alive. He should be okay. They're backing off. Ricky is going to drop, so a good turnaround coming through here for the side of Kinguin. Chronosphere drop, catching it onto 2, eventually onto 3. And they managed to turn around, get a kill in return, and not lose anyone at all. So very well played. Kinguin getting off to a good lead. 8 minutes in. Currently sitting at a 2k net worth lead. Viper and Veno sitting at 3,700 net worth and 3,400 net worth respectively. Both on the side of Kinguin. Then it's Mousesports. 2-5 and 2-7. So currently the 2 cores here for the side of Kinguin heavily outfarming the 2 cores on the side of Mousesports by 1,000 gold each. The rest of the groups are pretty even. Exotic Deer and Medora, you know, both 2,500. So should actually be okay. See, stacks coming up here by Io. And this does, of course, get scouted out by Nyx Assassin. However, Nyx is not level 6 yet, so no Vendetta Strike onto the Io just yet. Would have been enough damage to kill him. But nope, just moving in. Harassing him and just, you know, giving him one little hit and saying, hello, I'm here. And I'm, yeah, making sure that you know that I'm here. Bottom lane, a lot of damage being done here by the side of, well, you know, by Pugna as well as the Veno. And this is exactly what you spoke about. The slow siege coming through from the Veno as well as the burst or the chunk damage. being taken out here by the Pugna onto the bottom tier 1 tower, and they still have a glyph if they want to use it, but they're trying to defend this out. They're trying to deny this. Let's have a look if they can get the deny. Is the glyph going to be used? No glyph used. However, one TP is coming in right now. It is the Faceless Void. Will he go straight in onto the Pugna? There's a bash onto the Pugna. Pugna might actually get away using the decrep onto the Faceless Void. Faceless Void will be able to jump forward. No bash up just yet, but they do get the kill. Now they want to turn around. Will they be able to get the kill onto the Viper? There is a Chronosphere right now. The Chronosphere is actually there. He does jump in straight forward. However, he might be in a lot of trouble right now. Will he be able to get the kill onto the Venom Monster? Venom Monsters, and well, he will actually get out of this one. Io coming in, going in very deep, using his relocate, but it's not going to be enough. He actually drops. So 2 heroes down for the price of 1. Yet again, favoring the side of Kinguin. Mouseboard struggling a little bit here in regards with their rotations, in regards with making their calls. I mean, that IO came in extremely deep and couldn't actually tether in time. Both the middle tier 1 tower and the bottom tier 1 tower having fallen here for the side of Mouseboards as well. Kinguin, 4k lead at 11 minutes in. That's a significant lead, especially for a team that wants to snowball, that wants to fight, that wants to take towers, and that has a Veno. I mean, sure, this Ursa isn't steamrolling at this point, sitting 3,600 on net worth, but the Viper and the Veno are. Viper at 11 minutes has full Aquila, treads as well as Dragon Lance. Quite tanky. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to kill the Viper. We saw that in the middle lane already when they tried to go on him, use the Chronosphere, used a couple of ultis on the Viper, and they couldn't even get the kill. Oh, we saw a kill here onto the on Pugna. Where was that? Have a look now, just busy scouting out the rest. Rosh has fallen here. Ursa picking that up. Come on. Okay, so Pugna actually dropped here on the top lane. Spartan might be in a bit of trouble himself. There's no Blink Dagger up on the Ursa just yet, but Spartan tethers himself out onto the Weaver. And Weaver should be okay. Weaver, I mean, sitting on 3,500 net worth, lacking, you know, just dropping a little bit behind. It's very difficult here on this top lane right now, considering there is a Pugna, there is a Nyx that has hit level 6, so they have to be very careful here. The burst might just be enough. Oh, they actually managed to catch him. The sentry was, well, just being placed, actually not being placed. 30 seconds still left on the sentry ward. And the Faceless Void jumps in, gets a good Chronosphere up. They did manage to scout him out, thanks to this sentry ward. Getting that kill, and that does help, of course, Mouseboards a little bit. I thought that sentry ward was recently placed as they were trying to bait that rotation out, but that sentry actually going down now in 10 seconds. And let's look here on the bottom lane. There's 1v1 fight. Who's going to win it, the Underlord or the Viper? Viper, I mean, yeah, you can't go toe-to-toe with a Viper that's closing in on 7k net worth when you're only on 4,200. So building up towards that full Hurricane Pike as well as a 4-star up here for the Viper. He's TPing in towards the middle lane just to get that shrine up, and this might just be the end of the top tier 1 tower now. All 3 tier 1 towers have fallen here for the side of Mouseboards. Let's have a look. Ursa trying to go in onto IO right now. IO tethering in onto the creep, just trying to harass them out as much as possible. But this unstoppable push coming in from the Pugna as well as the Veno. And I don't know if Mouse can actually do anything about this. 5k net worth in favor of Kinguin. They're just looking extremely strong right now. Nyx Assassin is under guise of Vendetta once again. He's busy wrapping around, but of course he will get scouted if he moves anywhere past this line here. That line there, yeah. Oh, and there you go. Nyx Assassin does get scouted out. Will they actually jump on him? There's the Pit of Malice being dropped there as well. But here comes Ursa. Ursa wanting to go in onto the Nyx, onto the IO. The stun is there. Keep in mind, he does have Aegis. He just Fury swipes him twice and he dies. And they might even want more. Underlord is still here on this top lane. He has to be careful though, because if he pushes up a little bit too far, he will drop from this. But this might just be the first tier 2 tower of the game that gets taken. And Kinguin looking extremely strong right now. Oh, I heard an engagement coming through here. Ricky, you're dead, buddy. I like what mouz is doing right now. mouz, I mean, they know they're going to lose this, you know, tier 2 tower. So they're trying to at least go for as much as possible themselves. Trying to go for that bottom tier 1 mid, or bottom tier 1 and mid tier 1 both. You know, getting it down to around a quarter HP for mid, or less than a quarter HP for mid. And bottom, around half HP, half damage. Should be okay. You know, they would have wanted to get both of those to at least, you know, get something out of losing both tier 1 top as well as tier 2 top. However, tier 2 top was denied, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Underlord denied the top tier 2 tower. So that's at least a, you know, it's not the best for the side of mouz, but hey, it's at least something. Let's have a look. Can they get the kill here onto the Veno? Good jump in from the Faceless Void. Does get the Chrono off. Just using it. They just need to get the kills right now. They don't care if they're going to blow all their ultis or not. They just want to go in. They need to get a kill. They need to try and get something back from this map. Because currently sitting on a 5k net worth deficit at around 16 minutes in. They've, you know, kept it pretty even between that 4 and 5k mark of the past like 5 minutes. But the problem is, if they don't actually get any kind of counter kills and get an objective off that, it's not just about getting that kill. It's about getting something after that kill, getting a tower, getting map control, getting vision down. If they don't get anything because of that kill, it's not really worth it. But it seems like they're just putting a little bit of pressure here onto the top tower. Ven, of course, is back right now. And the Radiants are using a scan just to try and scan this out for the Underlord. Underlord will go in, trying to get a kill here onto Veno. No, just using his Firestorm, trying to get the kill. You know, just trying to get this tower down at least. But middle lane, tier 2's under pressure right now. And here we go. Underlord coming in. Will he actually get in time? Yes, he will. Trying to go in onto the Viper. Viper, 4 stars. So Hurricane pikes himself out, or in front. Bursts down the Underlord. It's just ridiculous how much damage they actually do between the Viper as well as the Pug now. And this is going to be the second tier 2 tower. Oh, no. Where was that kill? On the bottom lane. Ursa just jumping in forward, getting a quick kill. Tier 2 tower is still alive, but not for long. So currently Kinguin looking extremely strong. 6k net worth lead. Let's have a quick look at experience as well. Both net worth and experience have been heavily in favor of Kinguin for the entire game. And we do see an engagement. They do manage to pick off the Veno yet again. Veno currently sitting on 2, 2, and 4. 6,500 net worth, basically even with the Faceless Void here. Madara actually getting a little bit, you know, he's not doing too badly in regards with net worth. The big problem is he's around 700 behind the Ursa and nearly 3,000 behind the Viper. This Viper is just looking so strong currently. Will have his full Maelstrom up as well as his Hurricane Pike. The Maelstrom will be up in, well, probably around a minute. And yeah, poor little Ricky, he's just going to drop. The amount of damage this Viper does is just ridiculous. So let's have a quick look through the item progression here for the side of mousesports. They are struggling a little bit. Relocate was actually used, not quite sure why. Didn't catch that one. Faceless Void, sitting on a full Yasha, building up towards that Mantis style. Still going to be a couple minutes away. That's if he does not die again and if he gets the space to farm. Weaver does have a level 1 diff blade up, so it is going to help, especially with the Germinate's attack, to, you know, just try and zone out, harass out, reduce the, you know, mana. And of course it does give a lot of agi for a Weaver, which does help out quite a bit. But here comes the engagement here. Faceless Void does, of course, have a Chronosphere if need be. But he gets stunned up right now by the Nyx Assassin. They still want to go in onto the Pugna. Pugna does drop from this. Will they actually be able to get a kill onto the Nyx Assassin? Nyx does go into Vendetta. They might actually... Did they spot him out there with the last Wisp coming through here? Or the Spirit from the Eye, or Sprite. Spirit. I think it used to be called sprites. Anyway, seems like it's only a 1-for-0 trade-off right now. Ricky's building up towards a hand of Midas. Going to be a very late hand of Midas right there, probably around the 24-ish minute mark. And Underlord. I mean, Underlord's doing okay. He started off a lot better than what he's doing right now. Still working towards that pipe. We'll probably have the pipe up in like 2-3 minutes. And as soon as that pipe's up, that pipe will help significantly up against the Pugna, up against the Viper, up against the Veno, up against the burst damage coming through here from the Nyx Assassin as well. So it's going to be a big item for them, and probably an item where they're going to have to at least try and do something. They're going to have to try and fight. Group up, get that pipe used, and see if they can do anything about this. Nyx Assassin playing that post-fire role at this point, you know, not really having anything up in the bank just yet. Pugna having a full Veil of Discord up for himself, working up towards that Aether Lens. And Viper, yeah, I mean, Viper's just doing Viper things right now. The thing about a Viper is if you get a good start with a Viper and you snowball, it's pretty easy. Well, you know, you can win the game quite easily off that. If you have a bad start with a Viper, it's very difficult to try and come back with that. It's not a hero that can flash farm as nicely as other mids, so you need that snowball, you need that good start. And looking currently sitting on 11,200 net worth. I mean, the closest person is, the closest person to him is Exotic Deer, and he's sitting on 8,800, which is still, what's that, 2,000-3,000 below him. So building in towards a BKB. After that BKB, there's no way to lock him down other than the Chronosphere, and I doubt they'll actually be able to kill the Viper once he gets his BKB up. Aegis on the Viper right now as well. They're probably just going to be pushing in down towards the middle lane. Let's have a look and see if they can, if the side of Mousesports can actually defend against this. They do have heroes that can clear out the waves quite nicely with the Underlord, as well as, you know, the Swarm just keeping the creeps out a little bit. But other than that, the creeps are just going to push high ground. You literally have 2 spells that can actually try and clear that creep wave. And the Viper's just going to stand here and do as much damage as possible. Just look at the amount of damage. 3 shots to IO. And will they be able to even kill the Viper once with this Aegis? I mean, they're going to have to blow Aegis. Not Aegis. They're going to have to blow... they're going to have to blow Chronosphere. They're going to have to blow the Pit of Malice on him. And after that, what do they have to actually try and kill the Viper? Nothing. Oh, Viper's just standing here, busy attacking the tower through backdoor region at a point there. And this is going to be the first tier 3 tower down. Nisha doing very well here, and he's just standing there. I like the positioning coming through from the side of Kinguin, backing up the Viper completely in a U form around him, so that they don't get trapped up in a chrono. They don't get, you know, caught out. And Viper is just, well, he's just standing here, man-moding everything, and there you go. Doing a lot of damage, taking down Underlord to half HP, but the backline engagement is here from Madara, getting a Chronosphere only onto 1 hero right now, and Viper's coming in, trying to get the kill onto Madara himself. Madara was in a lot of trouble, manages to just leap out of that one barely in time, and there's the blink in forward here from the Ursa. Ursa going straight in onto Underlord. Underlord's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's being healed up. They're trying to do everything they can to try and save him. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Underlord has brought back into the game. Viper's just focusing down onto the tier 3 racks right now. This is going to be a full lane of racks. The tier 3 racks. A full lane of racks down here for the side of Kinguin. They have not lost the Aegis just yet, and they're just going to back off. Take shrines, moving towards the bottom lane. The side of Kinguin, the only tower that they've lost is this top one. Oh, there you go. Still having a tier 1 tower mid, tier 1 tower bottom. 14k net worth lead at around 24 minutes in. Kinguin looking extremely strong right now. But let's have a look at what Mouse can do. They do have a Hand of Midas on the Ricky, so if this game does go late, it can help. I'm just not sure if that's the item, because I don't think this Hand of Midas is even going to pay itself off by the time this game ends. Setting on Madara. Madara try to go in for a backline engage, jumping in, getting a Chronosphere down. Unfortunately, it only hit onto one hero. And let's just hope he doesn't drop from this. Are we going to see any kind of engagement? There's the Fury or the Vendetta Strike as well as the stun. Unfortunately, Madara manages to get out of that one. Gets a time walk off from probably around 100 or 200 HP. He manages to get out of that one. So very, very, very well played from, well, fortunate timing from him. And now they're pushing it towards the top lane. So this might just be a tier 2 tower top for the side of mouz. However, we do see an engagement here. Io just gets dropped instantly. Io is being forced to buy back into the game. Tier 3 tower is under pressure for the side of mouz. Will they be able to do anything? There's a jump in forward coming in from the Ursa, trying to go for the dieback onto the Io. Io is still alive, but barely. There's the force forward, or the Hurricane Pike forward. Now they want to turn around. They want to go in onto Underlord. That is 2 heroes down without buyback, and this is going to be a full lane of Rax. Madara, they're trying to do what they can, just try and get this tier 3 tower down. Will they go straight in for the throne after that? Nope. Patos came in with his ulti, tried to force everyone back, and they managed to get out of that one. So, losing a second lane of Rax, but they at least managed to get a tier 3 tower. mouz doing everything they can to keep themselves in this game. So at least having that tier 3 tower down means they can try and get a little bit of gold back by taking out the shrines a little bit later. You know, pushing up the creep waves and possibly going for a throne push if Kinguin play too cocky and actually get caught out. But full Heaven's Halberd up here for the side. Well, you know, for Viper, I thought he was actually building up into a BKB. Decided against it. Going in for a Maelstrom now as well. Or a Mjolnir as well to follow up with his Heaven's Halberd. I mean, with the evasion coming through, it's going to be pretty damn difficult to actually kill him, if not impossible. And I don't see anyone from mouz building into an MKB soon. About a smoke up here from mouz. Let's see, is this the move? They do scout out Ursa. Are they going to jump him, blow anything on him? He does not have... Well, yeah, there's no Aegis. There's no cheese up on him. But they scout out the Viper. So let's see. Is this going to be the jump on the Viper that they actually wanted? Oh, they do jump the Weaver. Weaver might be in a bit of trouble. He does use... Well, he is forced into using his time-lapse quite early on. And Madara is still there. He wants to get a good position up on for his chrono, but a big blink in forward here from the Nyx Assassin, managing to catch out too. But Underlord is there, does catch 2 heroes in return from his in his Pit of Malice. They want to turn around, they want to get a kill here onto Ursa. Ursa might actually drop from this, going to on the Underlord, but the game is done. GG, well played. I didn't even focus on the creeps taking the Aegis. The Aegis, wow. GG, caster. I didn't focus on the creeps taking the Ancient, so congratulations to the side of Team Kinguin. They just had a lead from the get-go, starting off early, getting the lead down, net worth and experience, and their draft was just insane. They had lockdown coming in from the Nyx Assassin. Sure, mouz also had a little bit of lockdown, but the problem was it was in the Pit of Malice and it was in the Chronosphere only, so very long duration. You know, cooldowns where, you know, Kinguin were just moving around. The slows were helping them just slow TP out. And that Viper just got off to a disgusting lead. Congratulations to Team Kinguin, guys. Stay tuned for game number 2. It'll be up shortly. For those of you guys on stream, let's have a quick look at the graphs here. Probably from around that 10-minute where everything was even, it just started going slowly but surely all the way in favor of Team Kinguin. They managed to get the towers down. The Viper, or not the Viper, the Veno and the Pugna. You know, Veno would just keep on dropping wards, slow siege a tower. Pugna would come in, get a couple of blasts down to actually help with the push. And they just went from tower to tower to tower. The side from mouz, they were lacking damage. Sure, they had a Weaver, they had a Faceless Void, but both those heroes need damage, need a couple of items up. And unfortunately, Kinguin... Well, not Kinguin. Unfortunately, mouz were not able to get the items up that they needed to take the fights into Kinguin. Viper just being extremely, extremely tanky. And if you have a look at the scoreboard, Viper 9-1-6. So killing everyone on the team except for Weaver. Killing the poor Wisp or the poor Io 5 times. Oh my word. It was literally like every single time that the Viper was there, he would just Hurricane Pike himself forward, 3-shot the Io would just die. I mean, it's, you know, one of those games where you don't want to be an Io, you don't just want to be in that position because you know, if you get close, you're going to get 3-shotted. But guys, congratulations to Kinguin. Stay tuned for Game 2.